At the age of 32, Robert Lewandowski is getting the acclaim he deserves. Before claiming a historic treble under HansiFlick, Bayern Munich was struggling to give a good account of themselves. During this time, only one player truly distinguished himself, and it was the towering Polish forward. When the Bavarians picked up form under Flick, Lewandowski went from strength to strength. He was the top scorer in all competitions for the Bavarians, becoming only the second man since Johan Cruyff to achieve this feat. His 14 years of footballing service has seen him take numerous accolades. At the moment, he's the captain of the Polish national team and is the proud scorer of over 500 senior career goals for club and country. With 63 goals from 110 international appearances, Lewandowski is Poland's record goal scorer, a feat that is going to stay with him for the foreseeable future. For his country, he has the distinction of being named the Polish Player of the Year a record 8 times. What sets him apart from his peers is his positioning, technique and finishing. In any other era, he would be heralded as the premier sporting phenomenon, but in a world of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, being regarded as one of the world's best players is an honour in and of itself. There is no doubt that he's one of the best strikers in Bundesliga history, and the awards are coming his way. For his heroics in the 2019-20 campaign, Lewandowski took home the FIFA Men's Player of the Year award and the UEFA Men's Player of the Year award. A frontrunner for the Ballon d'Or, had the award been given out this year, Lewandowski is genuinely remarkable. He has the honour of being named the Bundesliga Player of the Season a record 4 times and was the quickest foreign player to reach the century goal mark in the German top flight. He's also won the Bundesliga Top Goalscorer award in 5 seasons, and if that wasn't enough, he also has 4 Guinness World Records to his name, the chief of which is for his fastest 5-goal haul that came in 9 minutes against Wolfsburg in 2015. Lewandowski's journey began in the 3rd and 2nd tiers of Polish football, where he claimed the top scorer distinctions while on the books of Znicz Pruszków. A move to Lech Poznań followed, whom he helped win the 2009-10 Ekstraklasa. In 2010, Borussia Dortmund came calling, and the rest, as they say, is history. He was the driving force of the BVB side that dominated the German top flight. Jurgen Klopp's revolution in the Rhine was based on his scoring feats, where the side won 2 consecutive Bundesliga titles and made it to the 2013 UEFA Champions League final. A year later, he moved to Bayern Munich, and the silverware kept on coming. It is a testament to his goal-scoring prowess and Die Roten's domination that the Bundesliga title has resided at the Allianz Arena since his arrival. The story of Robert Lewandowski is phenomenal to say the least. The fact that he's carved a name for himself while the world doles over Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi is even more impressive. Here are the 10 times Lewandowski shocked the world and proved that he's at the same level, if not higher, than the other generational frontman of his era. Debuts for Lech Poznań. It takes time for players to adapt to their surroundings, especially if they're coming from the lower level of competitions and have to make the step up. But like all fans, the Lech Poznań faithful expected more from their young forward. After successive top scorer awards in the Polish 3rd and 2nd divisions with Znicz Pruszków, Lewandowski was a breath of fresh hope. And he delivered on his promise. In his competitive debut for Lech Poznań in the UEFA Cup, he came on as a sub and scored the only goal of the game. To top this off, he upped the ante in his Ekstraklasa debut against GKS Bełchatów. Again he came off the bench, and again he hit the back of the net. The quality was there for everyone to see, as his heel flick goal after only 4 minutes of action got the crowds roaring. Augsburg's demolishing. In hindsight, and by his standards, Lewandowski's decade of Bundesliga reign did not start in the manner he would have hoped. It was a dismissal campaign where he only managed 9 top-flight goals. This would change in his 2nd season, and the signs of it were seen in the 4-0 demolishing of Augsburg at the Signal Iduna Park. The Polish forward was in a devastating mood and wanted to keep the starting striker berth to himself. Jurgen Klopp was reassured of his decision, as the Warsaw native scored 3 and was credited with an assist for the 4th. Borussia Dortmund would go on to claim the Bundesliga title, and Lewandowski finished the campaign with 30 goals to his name. Late winner against Ajax. Borussia Dortmund were the reigning German champions in September 2012. However, they'd not come close to repeating their performances in the Champions League, the stage where the best separate from the rest. Lewandowski proved his mettle on the grand stage with an 87th minute winner against Ajax. He spared Dortmund late frustrations after Mats Hummels had missed from the spot. It was a tough group with Real Madrid and Manchester City in the company. The win and the goal meant a lot for Lewandowski, as he scored in 12 successive games for Dortmund. prevailing over Bayern Munich in DFL Super Cup. The Polish sensation has enthralled himself to the Bayern faithful, but there was a time when he was their chief nemesis. It was based on his proficiency in front of goal that Borussia Dortmund managed to overthrow the Bavarians from the champions' hot seat. None of this was more pronounced than in Dortmund's 4-2 win over Bayern Munich in the DFL Super Cup. BVB were turbocharged, and Lewandowski was their architect and executioner. He laid down 2 assists as the drama-fueled fixture ended in Dortmund's favour, putting FC Porto to the sword. In Porto, the Blues scored a 3-1 victory. Bayern Munich's hopes of progressing to the semi-finals of the Champions League were dashed. The Portuguese should have managed to keep the German giants at bay and progress to the semi-finals, but it didn't go according to the plot as Bayern steamrolled their opposition. Lewandowski finished the game with 2 to his name as a collective effort staved off their blushes. The Poles' strike came in the first half as parity was resumed and move for the win made. 5 goals in 9 minutes against Wolfsburg. Bayern Munich began the 2015-16 campaign with a German Super Cup loss to VfL Wolfsburg. In September, Pep Guardiola's men were losing 1-0 at the Allianz Arena to the same rivals. The Catalan brought on his Warsaw assassin, and the game changed its course within minutes. Lewandowski scored 5 goals in the space of 9 minutes to make it 5-1, a scoreline that the German giants were more accustomed to. With this sub-appearance, he took home the fastest hat-trick record, most goals scored by a substitute, and fastest to score 5 goals. If that wasn't enough, he also ended Wolfsburg's 14-match unbeaten run, equaling Dieter Müller's record. Bayern Munich secured the 2015-16 Bundesliga title as Lewandowski's brace was enough to claim a 2-1 win over Ingolstadt. A week later, the forward was back at it and scored his 30th goal of the season. The goal in Bayern's final league match of the campaign to Hannover 96 was historic as he became the first foreign player to score 30 goals in the Bundesliga. Interestingly, he became the first player since Dieter Müller to achieve this feat. No other player in 39 years had come close to Müller's heroics in 76-77. It also meant that Lewandowski would finish as the Torjägerkanone for the second time in 3 seasons, with a combined tally of 42 goals in 51 matches. 100 goals in Bayern colours. Lewandowski has not skipped on scoring goals ever since he arrived in Bavaria. The 16-17 season saw him suffer from injuries, but it still did not impact his goal-scoring prowess as he improved on his last year's tally. Werder Bremen, Hamburger, Augsburg and Carl Zeiss Jena suffered the ignominy of having a hat-trick scored against them. However, it was against Eintracht Frankfurt that he proved to be the defining factor. His brace was enough to overcome their tricky rivals, which also took him to 100 goals in 137 competitive outings for the Bavarian Giants. Hat-trick against Schalke 04. The Blues are not the force they used to be. Raul, Huntelaar or Kuranyi do not line up for Schalke 04 anymore, but even in their heyday, they had Lewandowski to torment them. Alongside Wolfsburg, they are his favourite side to score against irrespective of whether he played at Dortmund or Munich. In the 19-20 campaign, he began in great form with a hat-trick against them. While Bayern would struggle in coming fixtures, it set Lewandowski on a record goal-scoring path in all competitions. 4 past Belgrade and 15 in Champions League. Bayern Munich claimed a historic treble in the 2019-20 campaign. The Bundesliga, DFB Pokal and UEFA Champions League were secured as Lewandowski scored 55 goals across the 3 competitions. With the exception of the final against Paris Saint-Germain, he was on the scoreboard in all games that he took the pitch for Bayern Munich. In the knockout games, his importance in the build-up for Bayern was highlighted as he scored 5 goals and laid down 6 assists. While Chelsea were taken apart for 3 goals in the round of 16 meetings, his 4 goals against Red Star Belgrade would make his personal highlight reel.